What's up, YouTube? Mom Diggity here, and today we are back with another market watch video for OP06. It is day 2 after release. Let's go take a look at the market and what it is at. And disclaimer, of course, most of the cards we talk about today are going to be the alternate art versions of the cards. The regular versions are cheap and affordable for you all to buy, but just make sure you are taking care of yourself first before you go spend your money on shiny cardboard. So let's get right into it. So this right here, guys, is everything left I need from the rares, commons, and uncommons from the set after buying 2 booster boxes, 1 double pack, and 6 packs worth of pre-release. And after I sorted through all those, seeing what I had playsets of, this is what I had left to buy for commons, uncommons, and rares. And surprisingly, the only card I did not pull a single copy of was Charlotte Pudding out of all of those packs that I opened. But yeah, this is it. Basically, this is all that I had left. So $10 to finish out playsets of the commons, uncommons, and rares. I'll definitely take that. We go ahead and purchase this right after this video, but that is not why we're here. Let's get into the market watch itself. So, taking a look at OP06, guys. Finally, we get to look at it. No pre-sale tag anymore. Straight up prices. What are we looking at? Manga Zoro, 1,600. A couple have sold at 15, 15, 16, and even some have even sold at like 18, 17 yesterday morning. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that card, of course. And then we start looking at the leaders. You got the most expensive leader, of course, going to be Yamato, sitting at almost that $200 price tag. Yamato is very hyped for this set. Everyone's probably going to want to play this leader. So, of course, rightfully so, sitting at around the $200 price tag. It has dropped a little bit. Yesterday, it was sitting around like 220-ish, and now it is sitting, as you can see here, down here, 220-ish, and now it's slowly dropped to 200, 190, 180, so hopefully it gets to like the 150 range. We'll see. Maybe in a couple weeks or so, depending on the hype, how good the leader is. Hopefully it gets around 160, and then I'll probably pull the trigger on it. Treasure Nami has fallen off a cliff. A lot of people didn't really like the artwork, and it seems like it's a lot more common to pull than people are realizing. Like, a lot of people have been pulling this card, so its price tag is falling off a cliff, and now it's just sitting at 170 when like when it was first getting opened and stuff, it was selling out like $400, even 200. But yeah, it dramatically went down since then. So we'll have to see what this card will finally sit at, because it's still kind of fluctuating. But we'll have to wait and see with that. SP Rebecca, of course, is gonna be high up. With Sakazuki, the band announcement that we are going to be getting the same exact bands as JP, but we are not getting it until June. So Sakazuki still gets its next couple months to reign free and full power Sakazuki into OP06 format. So I know Rebecca, a lot of people are going to want to bling it out, and Rebecca's just a generic good card for black decks in general. So people will probably be wanting to pick up this alt because it looks pretty cool. Next as well, we got the Perona leader sitting around 130. I know a lot of people are also hyped up playing Perona. I really like the look. The look of the leader card is really sick. I want to pick up one myself. And 130, I don't think is a bad price. We'll have to see if it keeps dropping. Like I said, this is only day 2 of everything being out, so we really have to see what starts to settle. And then, of course, as tournaments start popping up, decks start doing better, stuff will start fluctuating, of course. But right now, it's sitting at 130. Gecko and Reiju both sitting around the 115 to like 110, $100 mark. They've been ranging anywhere between there for those 2 leaders. And of course, we got the bottom 2 leaders. You have Ucha down here at sitting around 60, and then we'll get to Hody because he's on the next page, because that guy's already fallen off the cliff as well. You got the Buggy SP here, really sick art. Seeing it in person, it looks beautiful. Sitting around 105, it's slowly going down as well. So you got Buggy there. Lin also 10-drop Big Mom. It wasn't touched for English, so we'll have to see what happens with this card, but it is sitting around 100 as well. Alt Art Onami is still sitting at 100 even after pre-sale. 2 sold yesterday for 140 a piece. Dang. This card is going to be a staple pretty much in all yellow decks, and it's getting the price tag that comes with it. And the card looks absolutely beautiful as well. I have it, but it probably wouldn't show up that good on the webcam. But we got Onami here, sitting at $100. Makes sense. But the regular Onami is still under $2. We'll get to that. We'll look at the regular cards down below so you guys can see the prices of those. Miss All Sunday sitting at 85. I mean, purple's not really, she's not really getting played right now, but the art is still really cool. Perona alt as well is sitting at 82, and Gecko alt is sitting at 88. I know the Perona art, the regular version is only like $7, or $8. We'll take a look at that later. But I know the artwork, people really like the artwork of this card, and it honestly looks pretty sick. So, it's respectable for that price. And Gecko is the strongest 8-drop in the set. Like, this card is just absolutely crazy. Boosting Sakazuki, Gecko, and boosting those two. So that is why it is still holding like that $90 price tag for the alternate art. We got Reiju next. I know waifu card. Everyone likes Reiju. The artwork is sick and sitting at 94. I guess it dropped down to like 70 yesterday. Wow. But it looks like there's not many listings of it either. Only 4 listings for Reiju. So we'll have to see what happens with this card if more listings go up or not. We talked about Uta Sugar SP, one of the cheaper SPs sitting down here at 50. Same with Borsellino. These two aren't getting played as much as the others, and some people may not like the artwork as the other ones, but they're still sitting around $50 for SP, which is not the worst, honestly. Considering like the SPs from set 5, a couple of them were all sitting over 100, and then you had like the Lucci and Kaido sitting at like the $40 range. So these guys might drop. We'll have to just wait and see. Hiyori, another yellow SR that a lot of people are going to be playing in a lot of lists, sitting at $60. You got Hody Jones, Yamato players going to be running this card. It's absolutely crazy in that deck. Sitting at 41 as well for the alternate art. And you got the Secret Rare Sanji sitting at $50 for the alt in Zoro. We didn't even talk about Zoro, but Zoro all sitting at 66. Sweet artwork. People love Zoro. It's probably gonna be used in a couple decks, maybe like a 2 of, probably not a 4 of. So it could be an option if you want to add some bling for your Zoro if you're just playing a couple of them, because 60 isn't that bad for the alternate art. You got Momo here. Some yellow decks, some Yamato builds are definitely gonna be playing this card. It's alt sitting at 44. We'll have to wait and see if it's falls down any. It really just probably depends on the success of Yamato and which version of Yamato the deck is running and if it's playing this or not. And like I said, Hody, poor Hody is already falling off a cliff, sitting at $35 for the alt lead. It's like the Rosinante of this set, basically. It's sitting down here like the $30, $34 range. So we'll have to see if it improves. Toshigi, Searcher, all $30 makes sense. Sakazuki is still going to be all over the place. People are going to want to keep blinging it out. So they're going to want their Toshigis. And then the Vinsmoke Ichiji, 27 for the alternate arts. That's not bad. I mean, Reiju is a pretty budget deck we'll look at. So I'm sure some people probably want to bling out the Judge, the Ichiji, everything. And some of the Gecko stuff as well, like Absalom, alternate art. And we're getting down into some of the cheaper ones down here that really aren't seeing that much play. Regular Zoro is still sitting at like $25 for the secret. Hopefully it drops a little lower than that. Hopefully it gets down to maybe like 15 or so. It really just will probably depend on its play usage. But for now, it's just sitting here at around $25. It has gone down from yesterday, because yesterday it was selling at like 30. Yeah, around like 30. So it's slowly going down. We'll have to wait and keep our eyes on this card as well. We got here next. Double pack sitting at 15. I mean, that's reasonable. I think we paid 15 for ours yesterday. I think, or maybe it was 11. I'm not sure on that. But we get to our first regular SR, Gecko Moria. It is the most popular SR from the set by far, because all the black decks want to run it. Sitting at $22 a piece. Honestly, it's probably a fair price right now. Hopefully it keeps going down a little lower. Maybe we see it around the $15 mark. 3 for 32. Oh my god. But hopefully we see it drop down a little bit more, because of course I still need a playset. I didn't pull a single Gecko either out of my 2 boxes and stuff, so gonna have to get a playset of those. Next card here, regular Reiju sitting at 15. I know Reiju is going to be a really popular deck. Everyone wants to build it. It's pretty budget. This Reiju right here is really the only expensive card in the deck because you need a playset of it. But other than that, everything is like really, really cheap. We might do a budget build showing how much it costs to build the Reiju deck. That may be a video that comes out. But for now, just know like this is the most expensive card in the deck by far. You got Sanji here. Unless some people are playing Queen in the Reiju list, and then you could say that this is not the most expensive card. But if you're just doing like a pure Germa build, then this is probably going to be the most expensive card in that deck because there's different ways to build it, as we'll look at probably in another video. Regular Secret Rare Sanji is 15. I pulled one. I still need to pick up a couple more. So it being at 15 isn't the end of the world. I mean, that's fine for Secret Rare. One per box. It's respectable. No problem there. Hiyori, another popular yellow SR, is going to be played in a lot of yellow decks. Enel, Katakuri. Well, actually, I don't know about Katakuri, but Enel, Yamato. Another yellow stable SR sitting at 14. Next, we got Hody Jones sitting here down, the regular version of Hody, sitting around $10. It did drop as low as like 7 yesterday. I think some people got it for like $8. Yeah, 8. But fluctuating between that like 10 to $8 to $15 range, it seems, for Hody. I need to pick up one more, so probably just pick that up today as well. And it skipped back. Too far. There we go. And this video, the main chunk is just to be OP06 because that is the new set. That's what everyone wants to look at. Shiraya, Perona, we talked about the regular version just being $8 if you need your Peronas. If you're going to play that Leaders or Gecko. Regular Momo is sitting down here at $3.50, still pretty cheap as well. The Dawn, Mihawk, and Zoro from the double pack sitting at $3 as well. And you got Shiraya sitting at $2. I think that is, no, that's not the cheapest SR in the set. One of the cheapest. The cheapest is going to be Armaki down here, 70 cents for your SR Armaki. Shanks as well, 10-drop Shanks, sitting at just under $1 as well. And Judge, the 3 like cheap SRs of the set. Now we get into some of the rares. Kuki Nojo, of course, going to be probably a playset. Or probably a 4 of in a lot of yellow decks, 3 to 4 of. Card's really good. Easy healing if your opponent's at 3 or less life. When it gets KO'd, you just get to heal, which is really nice. This is the other Dawn from the double pack, sitting at like $2. Onami, of course, we talked about the alt art is $100. You come down here, get your regular versions for just under $2 a piece. That's not bad at all. This card's to be very popular. Reject, we know it's going to get banned, but it's not getting banned until June. So yellow players, rejoice. You can go have fun and just go crazy with this card in your deck for a couple months because this card is just so strong. And it'll be getting hit, but you guys, just like Sakazuki plays, y'all get your like last couple months of fun before it all goes away. You're the one who should disappear. Just under $1. It's just like the generic pitch a card 3K counter for yellow. So there's that card. Raise Max. I know for you Red Purple Law players, some people were buying this at pre-sale prices for way more. Do they have it on here? Do they have pre-sale data? Because people were buying this card at crazy prices. Sorry, a lot of people are buying the playsets. But yeah, see, people down here start buying it for $3 a piece. $6, $7, guys. That is crazy. This is why you don't buy pre-sale. Some people bought this card at $9 a piece. And then you look at it now, the release date, it's like 50 cents. Yeah. So Raisebacks, really cheap to go get your playsets for you Red Purple Law players. There is that. And like we said down here, this is the Dawn for the set, Zoro Sanji Dawn. I know a lot of people like this artwork on the Dawn, only 50 cents there, pretty cheap. And all the Reiju stuff, like 20 cents a piece. And all the commons and stuff like Tashigi Searchers, some of your Gecko cards, Gravity Blade, 10 cents, Neko. Down here, all the commons and uncommons, guys, if you need to pick them up from the set, are really cheap, especially like the Reiju stuff. See, Niji, all the regular, like 10, 15 cents a copy for that stuff. So a really budget deck coming out of the set is Reiju. And of course, you got all your cheap leaders there if you don't want to pay for the alternate arts. Now we'll just do a quick little glance through at the other sets. I know this probably took up a bulk of the video just going through OP06, OP05. Nothing's really changed. Looks like Enel maybe has still started creeping back up towards that $100 price. But Rebecca Lucci's still sitting there. We might see those rise with the announcement that people still get to play Sakazuki for like another month. X Drake is dropped. Nothing down here really surprised me. It still looks all about the same. Lucci $2, stuff like that. I don't really think anything's really changed there. We can go glance through OP04 now. Yamato Sanji still up there. Beige as well. Rosinante. Next page here. Sabo still at like $7. If you're playing Perona, it might be a shout there. Or maybe he's up to, is he up? He's slowly going up to like 10, huh? Yeah, Sabo's, there's still some for like $8, but yeah, it looks like Sabo's creeping up to like 10. $10 range there. Of course, Sanji, Yamato for your yellow players, and Dofi if you're playing Uta, or I think, I don't know if they've cut this yet, but still used, still around like $7 mark for Dofi there. Let's go to Pillars of Strength. Like I said, this will be a super speed glance at these sets. Of course, Katakuri still gonna be very strong. Regular cat is dropped down to around around $70. So still around the $75 mark for your Katakuris for the yellow players, but I mean it went down a little bit. That's better than nothing. Leaders, some of these leaders have dropped off a little bit. Of course, Perospero is looks like it is getting bought up here, the alt art. There's still a good amount of listings left, but it is starting to creep up towards that $50 mark for Perospero, with lowest listings being 42. But no one's really biting at that. Still last sold, people were getting them at 35, and now it looks like everything's just slowly start creeping up for Perospero. Again, we've been talking about it. Yellow's gotta be really popular. So these three actually would be keep your eyes on those. What else? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Regular Perospero still creeping up as well. Same with 10 drop Big Mom, creeping up to like 7. We'll go look at the Big Mom Pirates to check on 7 Mom and Brule. See where they're sitting at. Still same, like 15 and 8 for your Big Mom and Brule. As you guys can see, trending searches, Great Eruption, Sakazuki has Great Eruption gone back up. Yes, it has gone back up slowly because people are getting their last gonna be getting their last hurrah with Sakazuki. So people are starting to pick up Great Eruptions again. Probably all the Sakazuki stuff is going to slowly start rising back up from where it was at. So we'll just have to wait and see there. If you guys picked it up while it was a little cheaper, good for you. I'm glad. Let's see here. Let's see how much the structure deck is itself. It's still like 55. Helmep is still like $2. Hina as well. Great Eruption about $10 a piece. So there is that. Let us go now to Paramount War. Paramount War. Nothing looks out of place here. Borsellino and Kuzan we've been talking about. It looks like Kuzan's maybe dropped a little bit. Maybe not. Film stuff for Uta. Regular Borsellino has shot back up to 45 now. After probably the announcement that Sakazuki is still going to be alive for a bit. And people are probably going to want to play it in other black decks. You got regular Borsellino sitting at 45. Ugh. Still need one more for my playset, so that kind of sucks, but it's okay. Film Nami has dropped down now, almost sitting back down at $20. That is that. Let's see down here. Regular Kuzan still 16 and 15 for the 10 drop and the 4 drop respectively. Newgate's still sitting around 12. And that is really it here. Gecko has fallen off, and I guess I have some pre-release cards in here. I do have, I guess I have that checked. Um, I guess, but if you see like these expensive cards, they're all pre-release versions, not the regular versions. Just keep that in mind. Ace is still like $7, and these are all pre-release cards down here. But finally, let's go take a look at Romance Dawn, and then we'll take a look at the promos. All right, looking at Romance Dawn, Manga Shank still sitting at like 2,200. Law and Zoro still holding their price where they've been at. Same with Nami, Red Green Luffy, Dofi. All these guys kind of look the same. It looks like they haven't really done much. Croc, this has definitely dropped. Yep, Crocs still sitting around that like $125 mark. People are picking it up for Japanese 120 sales. Someone might risk the trigger on this. We'll have to wait and see. But people probably just buy this for 110 if they want it. 110, 10,000 plus sales. So Croc looks like it has dropped a bit. Kid and Law still holding up here, as well as Mihawk, Yamato. Looks like Yamato and Kid have both dropped a few bucks. That's good to see for Kid. I know a lot of people are gonna be trying wanting that Kid for Fortress Yamato, so we'll have to see what his price does. And a couple people might tech in the Banish 5-drop Secret Yamato for the Yamato deck, so we'll have to wait and see too what people do with that, but it is sitting at 37 there. Other than that, down here, nothing really looks that crazy. Law still this. Boa's has Boa actually dropped a bit? Yeah, it's still sitting at like the $6 mark now instead of the $8. So gone down like 2. Mihawk as well has dropped off around $5 because it was like 15. It was 15-ish, like 13, but now it looks like it's around like a $10 card. For your Mihawks, if you want to pick those up, mess around with Blue Croc. It's pretty cheap for you. Ezo, still around $5. Same with X Drake Momo. And Blocker Dofi Otama. These guys have all kind of fluctuated within like $1 or so, so nothing really too crazy there. Let's go take a look at Toy Law. Has it dropped at all? Yes, it has. It's went from like, what, 17? Yeah, like 17 down to like 15 again, 14, 15. Gone down a couple bucks. Looks like the Law hype has died down a bit. Gordon, yeah, back down to like 22, like we are talking about. But once the hype for EBO1 starts building up again, I'm sure these cards will probably go up because of Red Purple Law. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully they drop a little bit more. People start picking up their playsets. Has the Film Red pack. Film Red, did the pack drop back down? Yeah, it did drop back down to like $40. So this is definitely going to just fluctuate exactly with how Gordon and Law's prices are doing, whether this product will go up and down. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this market watch, our first one of OP06. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, really helps me out. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. We are just passing 330. I still think we're at like 330 something subscribers, on our way to 400. But appreciate every single one of you who decides to support the channel. And until next time, YouTube, we'll see you later.